So a masterful Virat Kohli ton, his second of the series, his 43rd in ODI cricket, gives India a win in the third and final ODI against the West Indies at Port of Spain by 6 wickets. Rain once again making its participation felt, and a revised target of 255 was knocked down quite easily by India with Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer for company, not for the first time this series. It's time to look back at that game with Daren Ganga on ESPNcricinfo Match Day. And Daren, let's begin with that 120-run stand between Shreyas Iyer and Virat Kohli for the fourth wicket. Turns out to be a match-winning partnership at a critical time. Yes, there was an early chance of Virat Kohli, but after that, when these two got together, it seemed near perfect for India, didn't it?
Definitely. I think listening to Virat Kohli, he mentioned the fact that Shreyas Iyer complimented him and even assisted him in keeping him in that tempo of batting that he's so comfortable with. Shreyas Iyer, very new to international cricket. We know the talent that he possesses as a player because of what he's done in domestic cricket in India and in the IPL. But for him to come and command the international arena, I think it's something that a lot of us have stood up and taken notice of, the manner in which he goes about batting. Again, the partnership between himself and Kohli was desperately needed at a time when India was in a little bit of trouble, losing Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma. And this time, going very similar to what we saw in that second ODI. Yep, they got a partnership of 125 in that second ODI, this time 120, and really laid an easy platform for the likes of Kedar Jadhav and the lower order in this Indian batting lineup to come and cruise to victory.
Right, let's talk about the West Indies bowling along with Virat Kohli, who I don't think you'll have anything new to say about, Daren, other than the fact that this wasn't a chanceless innings, and he did give the West Indies an opportunity. Take me through the impact of that drop chance when Kohli was just on 11. You saw the West Indies fielders just go, oh God, he's going to make us pay, and it's exactly what happened. And overall, to make a score like 255 or a defence like 255 look that lackluster, that does reflect that there are some holes in the West Indies bowling unit in this 50-over format that they need to address.
I've said it before, they've struggled to string all components of the game together. I think Virat Kohli was put down or let off when he was on 11. It should have been an opportunity taken. Shai Hope couldn't quite hold on to an inside edge of the bowling of Kemo Paul. And for the very best players in world cricket, you can't give them opportunities like that to continue batting. The West Indies paid the price for that let-off, and Virat Kohli, the sort of form that he is in, I think it's a purple patch that we've seen from him. It's the first player to score over 20,000 runs in a decade. You look at his conversion rate, the best ever in ODI cricket. He's blazing his own trail. Self-inflicted, so to speak, in terms of the West Indies. When you give a team a target of 255 or 35 overs, you give yourself a healthy chance of going on to win this match. I still feel that a lot of what we see on the field in terms of the West Indies bowling effort has to do with Jason Holder and his captaincy. I don't think he's able to control the game. I don't think he's able to seize moments when he should be attacking as a captain, moments when he should be defensive. Sometimes his field placing is not appropriate. Many questions with regard to Jason Holder and his role as captain. Now, you know, he's a fine all-rounder. I think he can make this team on merit as an all-rounder. But in terms of his leadership, I think he's been given ample opportunity to lead this West Indian ODI team. He's done so for 86 matches. His win record as a captain is under 30 and diminishing further. So I think this team probably requires fresh leadership and a way forward, because after a player who has been given such a long opportunity and who's been bereft of winning a series, I think you need to make some sort of positive change.
Let's talk about Gale in what could be, we're only going to speculate now, what could be his final international innings or his final limited overs innings, if it is indeed that case. He's seriously rolled back the years, hasn't he, Daren? A vintage Chris Gale performance. And as we look at his career highlights, and This is nowhere to say it's done just yet. Right at the end of the game, when we don't know how much longer Chris Gayle will serve the international arena, but 10,480 ODI runs are the most among West Indies cricketers, 25 ODI centuries, also the most for a Windies batter, 331 ODI sixes are the second most for any player in the format, 215 his highest ODI score, which came in the World Cup in 2015, and it remains the only ODI double century by a West Indies batsman. Perhaps fitting that these power pack records fall to the universe boss, Daren.
Indeed, and I think you can't look at those stats in a silo. You must also look at what he's produced in T20 cricket. He is the ultimate king of T20 cricket. You look at what he's produced in the longest format of the game, 2 triple centuries in Test cricket. He is and has been a great servant of West Indian cricket. I thought the innings today characterized Chris Gayle and what we've seen from him over the years. He is a six machine, no doubt about it. Even in the twilight of his career, he can still disseminate an opposition bowling attack, which is something we saw today. Not just as a batsman, he's had the role as a captain as well across formats. And he said to me personally that he feels that he has a role to play in terms of mentoring the younger players. There are so many things you can learn from a Chris Gayle. One thing for sure I will say is that it will be possibly his last international match in maroon colours at the Queen's Park Oval. So the fans at the Oval, they had the opportunity to see vintage Chris Gayle in action.
Well, many thanks for that, Daren. India then wrapping up another bilateral series win against the West Indies. The focus will now shift to the 2-match Test series that begins in Antigua on the 22nd of August.